Hey, what's going on, everyone? What's going on over here? I'm doing a dual Facebook Live. I'm doing a Instagram Live right here. Just hoping to catch some of you guys that are hanging out at your house, in your office, in your business, wherever you may be right now. I just wanted to jump on and answer a few questions about the coronavirus, some different things, some different perspectives, so to speak, on ways that you can protect yourself, the ways that you can protect your family, ways that you can protect your business, and give you guys some insights as far as some things, as far as what we are seeing and what we are doing and communicating with our patients. Now, here's the thing. When we talk about the coronavirus, and I'm going to kind of just give you guys the conversation that I've been having with my patients, because people are coming in and they're asking me, Beau, how dangerous, or what are your thoughts on the coronavirus? And I wanted to share with you guys a few things. So first off, understand this, that I think when we think about all of the hysteria and things that are going on there, that we need to address the coronavirus from kind of two different lenses, so to speak. We need to first off look at the lens of saying, hey, is the coronavirus contagious? And then secondly, is the coronavirus dangerous? And I think if we can break that down a little bit and kind of come at it from a different perspective, it'll help make a lot of sense. So first off, here's what we know. And before we get into this board over here, and please forgive me guys, because I'm not the greatest artist in the world. I have doctor handwriting, let's be honest, and it's probably pretty terrible. And then I got this cool, amazing pen right here, which I'll show to our friends on Instagram, and I'll show to all of you guys here on Facebook right now, from my daughter. So she was using it out front in our yard. So I said, I'm going to take that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so first off, is the coronavirus contagious, and is the coronavirus dangerous? Now, we know without a doubt right now that the coronavirus is very, very contagious. We know that. Matter of fact, we were thinking it was up to 10 times as contagious as the common flu virus, but the more we are doing our research, what we're finding is that it's only right about 2 to 4 times. So yes, as far as a virus, this is very, very contagious. Matter of fact, if you guys have seen pictures of it, you know that it's big and spherical, and it has like all these little offshooting things that almost look like little flowers that are popping up on the top. I was gonna say if I had a flower here, no. But yeah, so that actually goes on and grabs onto different cells, and that's how it replicates, that's ultimately how it spreads. So the question is it contagious? And the answer is yes. But the bigger question is it dangerous? And what we are seeing is that, thank God, that this virus is not very dangerous unless you are in a small sect of people. Now, what that sect of people is obviously immune compromised, are elderly, people who have some sort of chronic illness. Now, I posted an article on Facebook over here. Sorry guys, if you're watching this on Instagram, I have not posted that article yet. But what it says is that in Italy, 99% of the people that died from the coronavirus had some sort of what they call a comorbidity, or something that is some sort of chronic illness, like diabetes, or the person maybe have gone through chemotherapy, or has a decreased immune function, or has some sort of bigger underlying disease, and then ultimately the coronavirus consumed them, and that's why they ultimately died. Now, the reason I want to share this all with you, the reason I got here right now online, on Facebook, on Instagram, is I want to walk you guys through a couple of things, because I think this will hopefully clarify a lot of stuff. I would bet, and I would think that most of you guys would think as well, that right now we are under more stress than ever before. I have never seen a time in our life where we have had the amount of stress that we are underneath right now. Every person, as a chiropractor, is coming into my office, they're seeing myself and my associates, and they're saying, Beau, I am so stressed out. And rightly so, right? They're stressed out about their job. They're stressed out about their business. They're stressed out about their personal well-being, meaning are they going to come down with the coronavirus? Probably more so, they're stressed out about their family becoming sick. And they're stressed out about maybe their loved ones, their mom, their dads, their aunts, their uncles that are a little bit older than them. Are they going to become sick? And then ultimately, guys, we're stressed out from everything that we're seeing right now on TV. I think you guys would probably agree that mainstream media is screwing with our minds from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed at night. And I don't care if you like Fox or CNN or MSNBC or even your local news. Guys, I'll tell you what sells, what ratings sell are death, disease, and fear, right? And ultimately, guys, that is what's going on right now across this entire world, is they're selling fear to us that we're all gonna die from this. So I want to give you guys a few insights as far as things that you can do as you're first off dealing with the increased amount of stress. Now, here's what you have to understand. Your body is incredibly intelligently designed. Matter of fact, it is designed to be healthy. Our body is designed to heal. Our body is designed to prosper. Now, I'll prove myself by just a simple fact of this, is if I cut my arm right now, guess what? My arm just doesn't fall off, does it? No, it actually has this innate ability to heal itself and form a scab and lay down new tissue and heal itself. So if you come from the premise that your body is intelligently designed, that your body is actually here to heal itself, then what we have to ask is, why is our body not allowing to heal itself in certain circumstances? And really what it comes down to, and this whole thing comes down to, is just this word right here, which is called stress. Now, as a chiropractor, we believe that there are actually 3 different types of stressors. We call them the 3 T's. I try to keep everything as basic as possible. So if I have my 3 T's here, my first T is our trauma. That's our big slips and falls. Those are what, typically things people go to a doctor for, is for some sort of trauma. Now, that acute trauma, but there's also what they call chronic trauma. And chronic trauma is what a lot of you guys are experiencing right now, is we're being forced to work in an environment, maybe like at a kitchen table, or you're working somewhere that normally you're not used to, and you're experiencing pain, discomfort, weird headaches, stuff like that. So that is a chronic trauma. Now, the second T here can be some sort of toxin. So a lot of times when people are around other people who smoke, or if you're a smoker, you have chronic upper back pain, or you have neck pain, or if you're a person that works around a lot of pesticides. I have a lot of patients. I work in a farming community, and patients will come in and say, Beau, I've got really bad allergies, I have really bad headaches and migraines. I think they just sprayed the fields with all the pesticides out there, and that can set people's nervous system off as well. And then our third T, and this is the most important one for today, our third T is our thoughts, or our stressors. Now, I don't know about you guys, but anytime that I become stressed out, a few things happen. First off, I could be experiencing pain, but typically what I do is I want to curl up. My stomach starts to hurt, right? I get anxiety, I get a little bit of depression that goes on, and all of those things are translated through our body. Now, it can be as simple as something as saying, I have so much worry, or hey, I have so much, anxiety, or my stomach feels like it's in knots. But all of those things are communicated through our nervous system. So all of these things, a headache, your low back, you have pain in different places, your stomach doesn't work appropriately, it's all being interpreted by this thing called your nervous system. Now, your nervous system is your brain, and it's all of those spinal nerves that go out through the rest of your body. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. Your entire body actually runs off of 2 independent systems that are kind of connected, and I don't want to go too far into it. But basically, there's this one system called our sympathetic, that's why I wrote an S here, and another one called our parasympathetic system. Now, it's broken down based upon different organ systems and different reactions that happen in the body. Now, our sympathetic system is when our body is under stress. Now, we usually think of acute stress, and this is sometimes a good thing. And for instance, I don't know how many of you guys have been watching the Tiger King out there, and yes, on Instagram, I've watched the Tiger King, and sorry guys, I'm showing you guys each other here. So I am talking to my Instagram people here and my Facebook people over here. But for all of you guys that have watched the Tiger King, I felt stressed out a little bit watching some of those lions and tigers if they would jump over and run at you, or if you were a person in that cage with them, right? Well, when that happens, your body actually sends signals out to different organs, to different muscles, to different places in your body for a fight or flight response. So let's say this, a tiger gets out of the cage, the Tiger King's running after you, and you're running away as fast as you can. You gotta have certain things working, which means you gotta have your muscles working. You gotta have your eyes dilated and ready to look and see where the next bear or tiger is coming at you. You got to be able to run away, guys. So that is a system called your sympathetic system. Matter of fact, that's the system that we feel kind of jacked up on. Like, man, I feel like when you guys drink pre-workouts to go into the gym, it's actually stimulating certain chemicals in your brain called your sympathetic systems, okay? Now, this other system is what they call your parasympathetic system. And your parasympathetic system is what they typically call your rest and digest. So think about this. If you're at Hawaii, you're sitting on the beach, Mai Tai, little umbrella drink in there, you're sitting relaxing with your loved one, just hanging out. Basically what you're doing is you're activating your parasympathetic system. Your parasympathetic system allows your body to heal, it allows your body to repair, it allows your body to fight off any sort of internal virus or bacteria that's going on. And the way that that happens is through something called our gut. Now, I know many of you guys, when you're stressed out, your stomach hurts a lot, and when you're chilling and relaxing, guess what? Your gut is allowed to work. It's allowed to digest food. Now, anything that they just found out right about 3 or 4 years ago, that there's a connection between your gut and your nervous system. Matter of fact, they were doing studies on Parkinson's, and Parkinson's is a very, very near and dear topic to my heart because my father-in-law has Parkinson's, so I'm always trying to read the latest research. And you know, there's a lot of belief that Parkinson's is either brought on or exacerbated by toxins, by being exposed to certain chemicals. And the reason I want to bring this up is because when your body is exposed or you ingest things or eat things, it all lives down here in the gut. And the gut is what actually communicates with our nervous system. Now, here's the important part about this. Not only does it communicate, but up to 70% of our entire immune system, our entire immune function lives down in the gut. Now, why is this important? Because, you know how I said there was two systems that regulate back and forth between things? Think of it like a balancing act, right? Balancing back and forth. If you are very sympathetic dominant, meaning you live over here on this side, and it's like two scales. If one's really high and one's really low, guess what happens? Your gut, your immune system cannot work. It doesn't work as fast or as effectively. So what ends up happening is that any time that your body is exposed to a virus or a bacteria, your body will not be able to respond as fast. Now let me ask you guys this. How many times have you guys had a really big life event, like a wedding, or you were going on a big vacation, or you were going to a place where there was going to potentially be some stress, and you got through that period of time, and then bam, right as soon as you got home, you got sick right after that? It's because your body's living in a sympathetic state. The parasympathetic system is not working appropriately. So ultimately, here's what it comes down to, guys, is that number one, we have to rebalance those things out. We have to rebalance between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic state. And if we can do that, guess what happens? Our immune system can work better. It can fight better. It has a better opportunity to respond when we are in contact with things like viruses and bacteria and all the other things that are floating around in this world. And if we can increase our immune function, then our body will ultimately be able to not only survive, but thrive. Now, what are some things that you can do to help increase your immune function? And I'm glad that you guys are asking this because I'm seeing this all over my boards and threads. So obviously, supplementation is important, eating good food, drinking clean water. But as a chiropractor, what my belief is that I am adjusting stress. This is the thing that I'm addressing most of the time. And it can come from any of these 3 T's: trauma, thoughts, or toxins. So as a chiropractor, when I'm adjusting the body, literally what I'm trying to do is turn down, so to speak, turn down the sympathetic tone here to allow all of this stuff. It's kind of like a catalyst, like a chain reaction of things to kind of go on through there. So I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys about this because here's the real reason, is that if you, wherever you're at, if you can decrease the amount of stress that you're encountering in your daily life right now, so if you can go from a completely sympathetic state to a parasympathetic state, and feed the parasympathetic, feed your gut the right foods, decrease the sugars, increase the amount of veggies that you're doing, increase the amount of water that you're consuming, then your body has the best ability to increase the immune system and increase the immune function. Now, I don't want to go into too much, guys, but here's what we know. We know that this nervous system, or excuse me, that this virus has a certain punch, and it's up to you and it's up to me to determine who has a stronger ability to fight off of it. So I hope this makes sense to you guys a little bit. I kind of wanted to go through the whole cascade, the whole circle, so to speak, and give you guys a little bit of understanding as far as why we as chiropractors are still open, why we are still caring for and treating patients. Yes, we provide triage. Yes, we do all of these amazing things that we've medically been trained to help people out. But ultimately, guys, in times like this, what this all comes down to is this word right here, which is stress. And as a chiropractor, as a physical therapist, as of anybody in medicine, anybody in healthcare, if we can help to decrease your stress, then ultimately we know that we can help boost that we can help facilitate your immune system and your immune function. Thank you guys for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope this makes sense. If you guys have questions, please ask them below in the comments. Instagram, if you're watching this, ask below in the comments as well. I want to jump on here as much as I can. I want to help you guys out, give you guys advice, give you guys some insights, because obviously the world is looking for solutions. They're looking for answers. And I believe that a lot of people are questioning mainstream media more than ever before. I know I am, because everything I'm reading, I'm like, that I'm seeing, like, that may not be true. That's not exactly what's going down. So anyways, guys, this is it. Stress. Handle your stress any way that you can. Decrease the amount of sympathetic tone, increase your immune system, live, love, and be healthy. All right, guys, hope you guys have a good one. And if you have questions, like I said, ask below down in the comments. I'll talk to you later.